Hello everyone and welcome to an all new Geek World Order video. Randy here and I'm in the lab just getting a lot of work done, and today is going to be another update on the book situation. So I think my last update I had crossed about the 20,000 word mark, something like that. So I was it ended up being about halfway through the book. But I do have an update. I am now over 40,000 words in, and I have finished the main manuscript. So I've done my first draft. And honestly, it feels really good. It does. It is an awesome feeling to know that I have gone through that entire process of coming up with a book, writing a book. The whole process has been interesting, especially when you have to remember everything. And I already know I certainly messed up. I actually did just create a series reference guide because I know my plan is to write more stories with these characters, more adventures, because that's what I want. I want my episodic 90s kind of sci-fi show. And there's going to be a bit of a loose plot, kind of some stuff that overarcs it. So there's a lot of influence from Deep Space Nine. A lot of influence from Firefly. Really, any of that 90s era Trek, Firefly, stuff like that are my big inspirations. And I think I've enjoyed how the story's come out so far. I've already done my first read through of the book. That's why I had to create that was the main reason I did the first read through, was to make my series reference guide. But also because I needed to keep track of my lore, which is fine because there were some tweaks and edits I had to make to kind of, as I figured out where stuff was going at the end, I had to make some changes at the beginning, so I'm okay with that. Luckily, I didn't see a lot that was crazy as far as grammar and structure, but although I did have some weird autocorrects, I don't even know what I was typing. But for some reason, several times, I actually somehow, whatever I was trying to enter to type out cargo was getting auto-corrected to corgi. So yeah, apparently my characters were making corgi runs and corgi drops. So yeah. But yeah, so the big thing about the book is it's about a freighter crew in a sci-fi setting. It's kind of a coming together story because obviously you gotta get the crew together somehow. But that's the thing, and there's some other intrigue and some drama and things that will set up the future stories. I'm really excited about this, but right now, I think on the A5 paper setting, the book is about 180 something pages, which is perfect. I want very quick read, fun, fast-paced sci-fi. I want a book that reads like 90s sci-fi television. The stuff that I grew up with, I want that in book form. So that's what I'm putting out into the world. I am very excited because, now I have to go through the whole editing process and kind of figure out what the publishing options are. I know I'm going to self-publish, most likely through Amazon KDP, so I've got to get that done. So I know my next couple of run-throughs of the book, I'm sure it's going to be just more tightening up of things. Do I need to add scenes? Do I need to do more stuff with some of the characters? So just making sure everything fits right and flows right. Really kind of get some of those mechanics done with the story, but kind of just see where everything fleshes out. See where I might need to flesh things out a little bit more. So kind of going through that, I am working to get some people that I trust to read it and get some feedback from them. So those things are going in the motion. We're going through the right now. It's just the editing and the beta reading process. So hopefully everything will be set in motion soon. Ideally, I would like to publish in November, around my birthday at the latest. That's sort of the goal. I think it really obviously is really going to depend on where the editing process is, but I think with how I write normally, even in nonfiction settings, I'm a little meticulous about how I write things. So my first round of edit actually didn't go that bad. And I'm sure the initial editings are going to go just as well, I hope. But I am very excited. I am very excited about this process. I want to see where this goes. And I'm really looking forward to that day where I'm going to be a published author. And I don't know, just getting the first draft done, and I guess at this point, kind of the second draft, or the first revision draft done, is, oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is an incredible feat. I feel amazing. And it just became that much more tangible. Back in January when I said, hey, I'm going to write a book. That was my big goal for the year, is I want to write and publish a book within the calendar year. We're in the back half of the year. And it's just an incredible experience. I really feel like something cool is going to happen. Obviously I still got to get a cover design. I've got to go through the whole editing process, finish all that up. But like I said, I don't know if that's wishful thinking, but I would like to publish by my birthday in November. That's the goal. That's what I'm working with. I'm sure. So hopefully I can make that goal. I'd still like to publish within the year, but I think I would love to have the release date be my birthday, which this year's going to be my 40th birthday. So I think that would be an awesome way to turn 40 this year, is publishing my first book. So that's pretty much the update on where we're at with the book, where we're at with everything. So thank you for watching this video. Thanks for humoring me while I gave you an update. But I am very much looking forward to this. I know I've said that a bunch of times. I'm super excited about this process. I cannot wait to have a finished book in my hand that I wrote. So looking forward to it. But thanks for watching this quick update, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things that help the algorithm. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.